Hello, hello. Welcome to this episode of the Rogers Radio Podcast. I am your host, Alyssa Rogers, and sitting next to me today, I have Shane Burton, Assistant Manager of Supply Line Discounts. Not your average grocery store.
No, ma'am.
It is so much more than that. We were just talking before we started. You guys, I am so excited about this. And I know I say I'm excited all the time. And I really am because I love doing this. You guys know that. But if you know me, you know that I love grocery shopping. I love making a list every week. I love everything that goes into shopping at a grocery store. When I go to a new place, I want to see what grocery stores they have, and I want to go in there and shop. So I cannot wait to talk to you today.
Well, great. I'm excited.
I am too, because I want to know all of the things that go into making a grocery store what it is, and you do so much more than that and definitely go above and beyond. So I first want to start by kind of what led you to this. Tell me the backstory of Supply Line, and let's start there.
Okay. Well, as far as myself goes, my dad has ran that business since it opened in 1986.
Yeah.
So as a young boy, I went to work with Dad. I went early in the morning to late in the afternoons. So it's kind of been our family business. We do not own the business. It's owned by a man out of Henderson, North Carolina, but it has been ran like it's ours. We've made, I say we because I'm doing it now. Yeah. We've made the decisions. We don't have, run it just like it was ours. And we had anything major we needed to do, then we would go back for a second opinion. But it's been run like a family business. A lot of people think that it is owned by us. But like I said, growing up, that's where I stayed. I grew up in that old building there. Originally my dad started out, he worked for the father-in-law of the owner.
Okay.
He, which was in that same building. Mm-hmm. And when he decided to retire, it was a wholesale distributor. It distributed all your different products to your mom and pop country stores. That's where they got all that stuff. Tobacco farmers, that's where they got their chemicals for their tobacco. 95% in this county came through that of taking care of that tobacco product. So when the father-in-law decided to retire, our owner bought it and changed it over to a cash and carry, which is kind of like Sam's Club before there was Sam's Club, so to speak. Mm-hmm. It's where all your businesses came in and they bought their stuff to sell at their stores.
Yep.
So we did that for several years, and they started dwindling down. Once the Walmarts and places like that came in, they started dwindling down. So business kind of got hurt because it wasn't your mom and pop's much anymore. Mm-hmm. So we made a decision to switch over to totally retail.
Okay. So
that's when we became specifically Supply Line. We used to be Virginia Carolina Wholesale.
Okay.
That was what it was prior to Supply Line. So we switched to Supply Line and became strictly retail grocery.
And when you walk into Supply Line, it feels like a family business. It feels like your local spot to get all of the local produce and all of the things. How do you, because you were saying that you are open to people saying, hey, I want you to carry this.
Yeah.
So how do you go about that and deciding what you're going to carry in the store?
It depends on how many people ask for it.
Yeah.
The building's not big enough to carry everything
right.
that everybody wants. Mm-hmm. I mean, you just have to pick your popular things that people ask for. Like we were talking earlier, a lot of people go to these different wineries and breweries and throughout the state or surrounding states, and they have something. So they'll come to us, and we'll search all our vendors and we'll search high and low, and try to find it. We don't always find everything they're looking for, but we do our best.
Yeah, and that's really cool. And you know, you are one of, I guess, in our area, the largest carrier of all the different craft brews and wines and all of that.
Yeah.
And so, and it's a lot of local
Right.
breweries and wineries,
Right.
correct?
Yes, a lot of them are local, and like Devil's Backbone and places like that. Yeah, we get a lot of their stuff as well.
So if you guys are looking for something that, you know, you can't find everywhere, or you went to a winery or a brewery one weekend in an area close by and you want to continue purchasing that, you can pretty much get it
Yeah.
at Supply Line. So that's a really cool thing. And then also you offer kegs, correct?
Yes,
For parties and all
Parties
the
and
gatherings,
weddings
weddings. And so it's,
we get those orders as well.
yeah. And so I know a lot of people don't necessarily know about that. And so I think it's really important. If you are having a big gathering, we are coming up on the 4th of July and all of the summer fun. And so you can get all of your stuff there along with all of the supplies that are needed.
Yes,
And what I love is the meat selection.
yes.
And a fun fact, I'm going to tell you a fun fact, everyone here. When Joey and I first started dating, we had this routine, or it was like our weekly tradition. Every week we'd work all week. We wouldn't see each other much because we, you know, didn't live together. We were just dating. And every Friday he would go to Supply Line, get 2 steaks, and he would come over every Friday and we'd have steaks and a couple beers and have a great weekend. So our weekends always started out, probably the first year of our relationship, our Fridays, our weekends started out with Supply Line steaks
Well, good.
and good drinks. So thank you
sounds
for
good.
that.
Kept them together.
Yes, you kept us together. Supply Line is at the heart of our relationship with the great steaks. Okay, so you grew up in the business, and did you always know this is what you were going to do? Or did you think, oh, I'm just going to do this and I'll try something else later?
Yeah, I thought I was at a younger age, you know, but then different things changed, and I've worked other places, and then 4 years ago, about 4.5 years ago, my dad, he's past retirement age, but he's very healthy,
Yeah.
and he wanted to cut back. So he wanted me to come back and kind of start taking it day to day, and right now he's working about 3 days a week.
Yeah.
3.5, just depends. And that's it.
I
And
bet
then
that makes you proud
Well,
that you're
yeah.
able to do that and continue it, and you're really involved in the community. I see, we've been talking about you being on this podcast for a while now,
Yeah.
and I see you out and we talk, and you're very active, and you know, you're really, we just said you're trying to grow
Right.
and, you know, really expand your services. So something really cool.
I'm glad you said that. You all have this business as well.
Yeah.
No, you cannot stay and continue to do the same thing.
No.
You've got to try different things to stay alive.
Yes.
Y'all were heating air. I understand y'all do in-home, whole home generators.
Yep.
Stuff like that. A little out of the element, but it's business. That's the same thing we have to do as well. We took on a project here for one of our local plants. They want to do something for their supervisors. So they want to do an on the grill gift basket.
Okay.
We do fruit baskets, but we don't do gift baskets. So let's try it. So we did 38 gift baskets of different things that's on the grill.
Nice.
So and every employee picked it up, said, "Man, this is nice," and they liked it. It was different. We built it. I sent the girl a picture. I said, "How do you like this?" And she's like, "I love it. Give me 38." I said, "Okay." So you got to go out and do something different. It might not be in your wheelhouse, so to speak, but you got to go out and do other things to keep your business. And I hope she'll come back again and we'll do it for another event. You know.
Well, everyone watching and listening right now needs to know this. We have a lot of business owners listening and leaders of organizations. And so to know that you guys do that, you may be getting a lot of business now, especially from me, because my wheels are turning right now on what we can do for our team.
So just doing something different, you know, to keep your business and grow your business.
Absolutely.
You know, like I said, you're ahead on deli. We just opened a hot bar.
Yes, tell us about that. You just did this, and I think what's really cool, and I'm going to go back to what you said before we even started recording, what you do is, so a big thing for Joey, and like you said, we do generators and plumbing, and we're always expanding. And Joey's philosophy is, if I bring him an idea or I bring him an event that maybe we can be involved in, he always asks, how can Rogers be involved? How can we fit Rogers into this? And when I came to him and said, I want to start a podcast, he's like, okay, well, how can we do it and involve Rogers in it?
Right.
And so I think that's really important. And I think that's something that you did recently, because unfortunately we had a local grocery store close its doors. And you took advantage of that opportunity to help people stay employed
Yes.
and bring what people were going to be missing. So tell us about that.
Yes, we brought on their produce manager, Otis, for one. He has a good following of people. He has people that come see him every day. They just come in and say, hey, Otis, hey, I did this, I did that and stuff. And a lot of businesses came because he's come to help. And he helped my current produce manager, Kevin, and with ideas and things. He's trying to, like I said, keep growing, and be able to take on those customers as well. And a lot of people came in, and missed things that they were getting at the other place. And one of the things was chicken. So as we opened this deli, we reached out and hired the person that was cooking that chicken. So we would keep that. So you're still getting it, just getting it somewhere else, but you're still getting the same chicken
Same chicken. So everyone that said, oh my gosh, Shoppers Value closed, like I'm going to miss this chicken and I'm going to miss these people. You just head over to Supply Line and you can get the same chicken. You can get from the same person, and all of, not all of them, but a lot of their staff are still there. Those faces that you know. I think that's so fantastic. Congratulations on thinking like that and thinking forward, and still being able to provide that to the community. It's huge.
Yes.
And so tell us about this hot bar. What's offered on it?
We're doing a hot meal a day.
Okay.
We're going to offer chicken every day.
Yes.
So you can get a 2-piece meal and your 2 sides and your roll every day. But we're going to offer something different. Maybe meatloaf today. Well, actually, today is meatloaf.
Okay.
And then like chicken casserole one day. Ribs one day.
Cool.
Just rotate a meal every day and 2 sides in a row.
That is amazing. So everyone that doesn't want to cook, it's done for you.
That is tradition. This generation come along now. They want it right now and ready. So we're trying to take advantage of that situation.
Absolutely. And then you're offering chicken meals too. So we have a lot of races coming up, and a lot of people love to go to the lake. And so what can they do on their way to these events?
We just started, doing a 8-piece meal, and you get your 2 sides and your rolls, or a 16-piece, 3 sides in a roll with 8 rolls. So we're just starting that. So we got the big race this weekend.
Yeah.
And stop by and get your tailgate specials and enjoy the race.
Yes. And okay, you're always thinking forward. You're always wanting to grow. What is your next big goal? What you looking to do next?
I like cooking.
Okay.
So I'm hoping, and I follow different things on social media, different businesses and stuff that do a lot of cooking. I would love to implement some like cooking on smoker stuff.
Yes.
I want to make our own barbecues and stuff like that. Briskets and stuff like that. That's what I love. I see this, it's growing everywhere. And I would kind of like to get into that. As far as other things in the store, we're maxed out on space.
Yeah.
But just whatever's coming along, if we can get in there and do our part and try to keep what people are looking for, I'm game. I'll do it.
You are doing a great job at that.
Thank you.
And so for everyone listening and watching, let's say that they have a goal that they want to hit, or they're thinking about just starting any business and running a business. What is your biggest piece of advice for anyone trying to get started, or maybe they're feeling kind of in a rut right now?
Don't be stagnant. The old saying with stagnant water, nothing grows in stagnant water. So just take on new things. Try it. Don't do something for a second and then stop. Stay with it for a little bit to see if it works. And if it doesn't, fine. Switch to something else. just don't do something just for try it twice and say, oh, didn't work, go on to the next thing. You got to give it time to grow. So, even if it doesn't grow, fine, put something else in its place. And that's one of the biggest things. Just always change.
Yes. And not be scared of it.
Right.
And I think you're so right, because people are so scared of failure before they even try.
Right,
And
exactly.
you just never know. You never know. And if it doesn't work, like you said, move on and try something else. So I really love that advice. And I can't wait to continue to see the growth and continue to just see what you do, because I feel so much great energy, and I know that you're going to take this thing, so far and continue providing the family local service that this community deserves. And, just thank you so much. And when you see me in there with my list, I am thrilled. I am so excited. I'm coming in. You guys, you see me at these stores and I have a list. I am loving life. And so thank you for providing the option of an amazing grocery store in our area. And, thanks for, helping me and Joey out in our first year of our relationship with the great, the great steaks. And,
Next Valentine's, you have to get you the heart-shaped.
I know.
Rib-eyes.
That is what we're going to have to do. Our anniversary is Valentine's Day, our wedding anniversary. So, we're just going to have to do that. And I'm going to be coming to you too. And everyone, I want to reiterate this. If you have an idea or you want to do something for your family or your team or whatever it is, come to you guys and you guys can come up with something great.
We'll try. We'll come up with something.
Yeah.
If not, we'll go to another plan.
Yes.
We'll do something.
Pivot. All about pivoting and thinking ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
And everyone, get your supplies from Supply Line, get your meats from Supply Line, get your hot foods from Supply Line, your meals, get all of the things, the wines, the beers, they have it all. Not your average grocery store. So check them out today. Continue supporting them. I know I will. Thank you so much, Shane, for being here today.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening to this episode of the Rogers Radio Podcast. We will see you next week. But before we do, make sure you rate, review, subscribe. Check out our YouTube channel. Check out our TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of the things. We have lots of different content on all the channels. So go on there. Check it out. You don't want to miss it. Talk to you next week.